Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Nova.
This is our review of the NECA The Boys Ultimate Homelander action figure, which is a Walmart exclusive for Father's Day for 30 days, which is very weird. And after that, then it'll be available at other places. But only found one. A lot of times NECA figures I like to see multiple at the store so I can pick which one I like the best, but they only had one of him. But it still looks like it's probably a decent one. But this show's awesome. I love it. It is one of my favorite new shows. And Homelander's one of my favorite characters on it. Even though he's an asshole. But
he's just so good at being an asshole.
Yeah. I like the packaging. It has like the texture of his suit on it and his symbol. On the back there's a picture of him. Well, several pictures of him. And then you can read a description if you want to read it. And well, it says Volt International, the company he works for. And then you open it up. There's a nice picture of him shooting his I-beams. And then there he is in package. Well, let's get him out. So there he is, opened up. And he comes with a few accessories, 2 alternate heads. So his hair is a little hanging to the side a little bit, slightly different expression than this one. Then this is the eye shooting head, which looks, this is the laser shooting eyes head, which looks really weird because he's just got holes in his eyes.
It's so creepy. Plus the red around his eyes with
Yeah.
no lasers is just ugh.
It makes sense, but it's just funny when it's just laying there by itself. There's the eye shooting effects and 2 alternate fist hands. The first thoughts on this figure when I took it out was his legs are a little stubby looking.
Yeah, it looks like his lower legs aren't long enough.
Yeah, I don't know if it's completely, maybe it's accurate to the show and that's how he looks in the show, but I mean, I don't know, it just looks kind of funny, like his legs are really short. Yeah, I don't know if that's right or not. Okay, so Zombie Cat just looked up a picture of him, and this is how he looks.
That is exactly how he's shaped.
Yep.
It's accurate.
So I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I know the actor's a little shorter than what the character is supposed to be. That could be the deal for when they have a full body shot. But yeah, he does have the short little legs, so NECA got it right. So I can't complain about that. I mean, that's cool. Like, I was kind of worried that they were really screwed up there, but I guess they did it. As for the texture and sculpt of the suit, it all looks really good. Mm-hmm. I like the details on his shoulders. Paint on his gauntlet things. Even his boots got texture and everything. Like he's got a cloth cape. Although I wonder, I have to look at pictures. I wonder if the inside's supposed to look like that. Or if it's supposed to also be just as bright as this. I'm not sure. But the back looks good. As for the heads, we'll go over them a little bit, but this could be an issue where, like I said, I got the last one. Maybe some of the other ones are better. But I really just, out of the 3, I really just like the likeness on this one. This one's still a little bit off, but I think it's better than the other 2. I think this one just doesn't really look like him as much. I don't know why.
The mouth looks like him on all of them. They did a good job on his weird little mouth.
Yeah, they did. His hair looks pretty close too. Mm-hmm. And well, this one's hard to say with looking like him because of how it has the laser effects. But still, I'm really happy they made these. I never would have guessed NECA would make this because there's been many times where someone asked them about making Walking Dead figures and they said they wouldn't even want to do that. So it's cool that they're doing a show like this. I hope they keep making them though. I hope they don't just like make a few and then stop, because they started and I'm going to want all the main characters now. Mm-hmm. We'll look at this head first. I'm not sure what it is that bugs me about this head. For one thing, I'm not sure what his expression is supposed to be. Is he just kind of smiling, or I'm not sure what that expression is. I don't know if he's supposed to be, but ours is kind of looking over out this way just a little bit. I don't know if he's supposed to be looking straight. But well, the sculpt of his hair is really good. That's pretty impressive. That is a really big ball for a NECA figure. Look at that.
It looks weird that it's a giant blue ball.
Usually their neck pegs are much, much smaller than that.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yes. Okay, there's this head. I think this head is much better than this one. I don't like this head at all. I'll have to see it, like, if I ever see him in a store again, or maybe look up pictures. But I just don't like this head. This one I like.
I do like that one, but I find those 2 strands of hair very annoying.
Well, I think it's just that the color's a little different. Like, I think if
Are they, like, attached separately? Like, what's
I
going on there?
Think they, yeah, it looks like they are. It looks like they're glued in there.
They need painted.
Yeah. But, I get what they're trying to do, because he has, like, that sort of frosted look on the top. Mm-hmm. And this is part of that hanging down, which happens.
Yeah, but it's not the same color as the top.
And, I'm not sure if his hair does this or not. That's another thing. You might have to look at pictures, but how it's just dark right here in this one spot. I mean, and then in the back it's not. So I don't know if that's how it is. Yeah, we did look up pictures, and it is darker here. But his hair is so weird in the show that it is like, I can imagine it'd be hard to pull that off on a figure.
Well, it kind of looks like he bleached it and let it grow out.
Yeah.
Like he has darker roots, which is understandably hard to do on a toy and make it look exactly right.
Yeah. He has a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going on. Very, very faint, but you can see it. Which, I think that's accurate, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Every time I see him, I just can't help but think that he looks like grown-up Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
He does.
I was like... when the show first came out, I had to look up what that actor looks like now, and I'm like, oh, well, he doesn't look like that. This guy looks more like Zach Morris than the actor that played him does.
Mm-hmm. And there's his third head, the eye-shooting head, which looks like somebody just stabbed his eyes out.
Said it again. The eye-shooting head. He shoots eyes at you.
I am the eye-shooting... the eye-shooting head. It's not the laser eye head, it's the eye-shooting head.
Just picturing a villain that shoots his own eyeballs at you.
It probably is one. But, yeah, it looks like someone stabbed his eyes out. That's just because you didn't put the laser fix in yet. See how easy they go in. There we go. That's kind of funny.
It would really suck if you had superpowers, but if you used your laser eyes, it would burn your own eyes out.
Yeah. You shoot your cup. It looks cool when it's hitting something. When it's just out.
That looks weird.
Yeah, when it's just hitting nothing, it looks a little odd. Does that come off at all? No, don't. I almost think it would be cool if maybe that came off and just... Well, I don't know. I think it would still look weird. I think you just pretty much have... If you want to pose them with this... It's just good if you have them hitting something, the wall or something.
We need to make ones that are really, really long so we can make a little diorama scene of him killing an entire crowd.
Yeah, but that paint around his eyes does work with these. It makes it look like it's glowing around his eyes. So
yeah, it's much less weird once that's in, because before it just looked like he was blushing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you cut my eyes out? I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that effect.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I remember when this was first teased, NECA didn't say what they were making. They didn't say they were making the boys yet. They just teased this eyeball, this laser eye effect. And I thought it was going to be Brightburn.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Brightburn. Because, like I said, NECA normally doesn't make figures like from TV shows and stuff, not very often. But they make horror movie characters, and that's kind of a horror movie, so I figured it was Brightburn. And then when it was Homelander, it was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I have to say, though, of all of the TV shows lately, this is the perfect show to make the figures from.
So there he is doing a Superman flying pose, punching pose. Switched his hands out to his fists. That's pretty cool. I like that. Now look at articulation. His head can move around at a ball joint. And up at the shoulders. These little shoulder pad or whatever you call these emblems are going to hinder it a little bit, or at least make it stiff. And he's a squeaky guy. Yeah, they're definitely going to hinder him a little bit. So his arms can't go everywhere that a normal figure could, but it's not too bad. Got double jointed elbows, can go pretty far, which is really nice. Spin there and there. Got a spin at the wrist. There's a hinge. What about the torso here? Spin there at a ball joint. Can't go back and forward too far. It can definitely spin. Then at the hips, his legs can go way out. Kick, go back, twist. Double jointed knee, which can go pretty far. Can spin at the top and bottom of the knee. Down to the ankle. Got a hinge. And then that little tilt, pivot, whatever you want to call it, rocker, I don't know. So his articulation is decent, but is pretty limited up to shoulders. But that's okay. And there's nothing at the torso, but I think there's enough articulation here at the waist area that works. That's good enough. There's Homelander next to two other NECA's figures. Michael Myers from the 2018 movie and R.J. McCree from The Thing.
These all go together so well.
Yeah, they do. You see Michael's a little taller. And I think Homelander's just a little bit taller than McCree.
Yeah, they're almost the same.
Yeah, although his legs are spread out a little more. They both have hair that stands up pretty high. But so there's Homelander next to the McFarlane Toys Superman. And it would be really cool to see these two meet. I think Superman would be more powerful just based on watching The Boys. But maybe not. Who knows? And here's Homelander next to NECA's Superman that came in the 2-pack with an alien. They look pretty cool together. They both got the cloth cape. And they both got laser eyes. And they can laser each other, have that thing they do in lots of movies and comics where they shoot their powers at each other and they meet in the middle, which is kind of cool. Superman's is a little bit longer. Kind of makes it look like he's more powerful. Like he's winning the tug of war or whatever you'd call that. Push of war. Okay, so I like this Homelander figure. I'm really happy they're making figures from The Boys TV show. Like we were saying at the beginning, I was a little worried about his stubby legs until we looked up pictures, and that's pretty accurate to how he looks in the show. So I think they did a pretty good job on his body. The likenesses are...
They're not perfect, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, on this, especially this head. This head I think is decent. It's not as good as some of NECA's likenesses, but it's still alright.
He also has a very, like, unique face.
Yeah, could be hard to get. Because I've seen some 6-scale figures, and some of them are way off. So I think he's one of them people like Mark Hamill. With their, he seems like one. It's hard.
And Norman Reedus. They all just have very unique faces.
Yeah, people have trouble sculpting them. But yeah, the detail on the suit I think is really nice. I really like the cloth cape from the back at least. I've seen it from this angle. It's like I said, I don't know if that's supposed to be colored. We looked up pictures and the inside of his cape is just as bright as the back on the show. So I guess that just had to do with that might have been too hard, too thick or something. I don't know what the reason is.
Well, it's probably the type of fabric they used because they wanted it to hang like that fabric does. But the red is just painted on, so they would have had to paint it on both sides.
Yeah. Maybe we could paint it on. But that might make it stiff though. Oh well. It may be with the cape that it's just so wide that you're supposed to have it kind of like folded in. Because it does kind of fold in a little bit. And then it looks just as colorful. So maybe that's what's supposed to be going on there. I don't know. Just gotta make sure it's folded right.
It is way wider than it needs to be.
So I don't know. Maybe that's how they try to fix that.
I really like the fact that they did a seam across it to make it hang right instead of just having it one piece.
Yeah. That's nice that it hangs like a cape would. I like his articulation, other than his shoulders are a little limited, but I mean, it's kind of hard to deal with those emblems on his shoulders. And his laser effects are pretty cool. So, yeah, I really like him. Yeah, we also got Starlight. We'll do a review of her. And as of this recording, they haven't announced any other characters yet, but I assume they're gonna make like Butcher, Billy Butcher, and
Huey?
Huey. Yeah, Huey.
I always forget his name. Like, is it Huey?
Yes, Huey.
Maybe they'll make Mother's Milk.
That's such a weird name.
I just find it really weird that that's his nickname, and then Homelander really likes Mother's Milk.
Yeah, I know. It's like the writer has some kind of
They
obsession.
have some kind of like breast milk obsession. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Huey's one. Like, I like Huey, but it seems like for an action figure, he might be kind of boring. But I still want them to make them. I'm just saying. Sometimes action figure companies don't like to make very normal looking characters.
They should make him from the scene where he's
Splatter
covered in
blood.
viscera.
Yeah.
I actually really like Frenchie. I don't even know why I like him so much, but he's one of my favorites on the show. But a figure of him, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd want it, but I'm like, I don't know if that'd really sell very well.
Yeah. It'd be cool to get all the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can just pretend that transparent's there. They don't even have to make them. But, yeah, I like this figure. I think it's pretty cool. He's not perfect, but I do like him. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm the Bucket.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Whoa. You are one big boy. But I think I know how to defeat you. Superman? Yes, Homelander. I don't know why all these different universes are converging. But I am here to help you stop this green Goliath from causing any more destruction. Have you figured out a weakness? Why, yes, I was just about to exploit it. You want to help me out? Of course, Homelander. Okay, now what you gotta do is laser him in the balls! What are you... Just do it, Superman! Now!
No! Stop hurting Hawk's balls!
Oh no! The villainous King Shark has arrived! Laser him in the balls!
What is wrong with you guys? They burnt Hawk's balls. Well, now they're burning my balls!
Hey everyone, it's Clementine from The Walking Dead, and you are watching Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat. Don't be a shitbird and subscribe already. Do it. Thanks.